So going back to we're basically lazy. We teach ourselves to, and we're smart, okay? Humans are smart. We teach ourselves to handle and solve a problem as fast, as quickly as we can, you know? So if you're walking down the street, we've taught ourselves, you look down, shoes are untied, okay? Does your brain say, scratch your head, that'll solve the problem? No. When you get in your car on a hot summer day, all right, it's hot inside the car, does your brain tell you, oh, it's hot in here, turn the radio on. Oh, it's hot in here, turn the wipers on. No. It tells you to roll the window down, turn the air on, right? So when we get in a pinch emotionally, and that, we're not dealing with the stuff that's going on, right? We don't want to deal with that. The rent's due, and the this, and the that, and the other, right? So we've trained ourselves, brain in gear. Take a drink, you'll feel better. Take a drink, you'll feel it. Smoke that, you'll feel better. Go buy this, you feel. I know literally hundreds of people that are addicted to shopping. They go out, they buy, oh, I got to have that, I've got to have it. And they bring it home, and that's it. And then, see, they're trying to fill that hole, and that won't fill that hole, right? Same thing with alcohol, same thing with marijuana, same thing with methamphetamine, same thing with cocaine, same thing with sex, okay? Sex is an addiction. Gambling is an addiction. Boy, if I hit that number, okay? Now, I'm not saying gambling is bad. I'm not saying that drinking is bad. I'm not saying that sex is bad in where it needs to be. Okay? So our brains, when we get in trouble, right? There it goes. Take a drink, you'll feel better. Take a drink. And that's, like I said, for simplicity's sake, I'm using alcohol. Right? This is why we cannot stop, because we've trained ourselves to do it. And every day, that hole, we ain't filled nothing. We ain't filled nothing. Not a thing. But there is a way to do it. There is a way to fill this hole. There's a way to retrain this. Okay? This is why we continue to do what we do. And this is why we cannot do what we do. This is why. This is trouble. This is insanity. And this is handcuffs. This is a hospital. And this is a grave. Well, we keep doing it. Everything's cool. Right? So, now we ask some questions like this. What's going on in your household? What's going on? Does your wife not respect you? Do your children not respect you? Talk all this stuff? Right? Parents? Well, because people in addictive person, especially in an addictive relationship, husband, wife, daughter, they take on a role of what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, what you're supposed to be doing. Now all of a sudden, my daughter, 7, is 40. And how can she respect you if you don't respect yourself? That's where you get all this stuff. Next thing you know, wife's putting on the pants in the family because she has to. Because you're not doing it. And that just inflames the situation. Makes it worse. Now you're drinking more, smoking more, buying more. Women at the truck stop. It goes around and around and around. Round and round and round. Got to get out of this. So we ask ourselves, how? That's coming. We got to do something about this thing. That wind blowing through us. Got to fill that hole. But with what? We've tried sex, dope, booze, hanging out all night, cussing folks out, punching out cops. Man, we tried it all. Tried it all. Got to get something in here. If not, this goes on and always winds up here. Always winds up here. People kind of say, I had a couple of people ask me one time, well, shopping don't wind up down here. Yeah, it does. Yes, it does. Okay? Because one thing leads to another. Okay? Well, chili cheese dogs don't wind up. Yes, they do. One thing leads to another. Remember when we went over that list of different addictions, and I had Fixer down at the bottom? Y'all remember that? Remember when I said that was my all-time favorite? Because it is. People, because of your addiction or your symptoms, can morph themselves into some stuff that's pretty scary. Your kids, your mom, your wife. Okay? Here's what we typically do, all right? Especially folks with addictive personalities. We're either on the throne or on the cross. Either way, we're playing God most of the time. Okay? Let me tell you what I mean by that. Do you feel like you're in your own little world, your own little universe, and you're trying to kick people in play? And if people would just stand still and do like I tell them to do, there wouldn't be a problem. Would there? Think of yourself as an actor in a play. Think of a play, okay? Or a movie. All right? Here I am.